Yes, guys, we're live, and here we are not back for another episode of the Checkered Flag Show, your weekly show on Friday evenings. We've got Brother John with me, my co-host. How are you, mate?
I'm great, man. I'm buzzing. Good to be back on the show, and I hope that you're good. Greetings, good people.
Yeah, doing well, man.
Mhm.
Doing well. We're gonna be getting into sort of two main points from this weekend, from the last weekend.
Oh yeah,
We'll get off on obviously from the last weekend, which is the um we had Big Up Static in the building. Uh,
we good.
yeah, we had the British Grand Prix, uh, that new format, um, as well, and I
Yeah, the
think
sprint race.
yeah, we had the sprint race where obviously we had qualifying with Hamilton on pole, sprint race where Verstappen ended up getting first into turn three and ended up winning the Grand Prix, winning
Yeah,
it, no, winning the sprint race, and then
yeah,
it sort of boiled over to what happened on the British first lap of the British Grand Prix itself.
yeah,
Both drivers going into not to cops at turn nine, not compromising, not
yeah.
giving in, and obviously we had that mighty shunt by on Lewis Hamilton, on Max Verstappen, sorry, and there's been loads of debates about it, whether it's Hamilton's fault, whether it's Verstappen's fault, whether it's just a racing incident. Hamilton ended up getting a penalty, which is a 10-second penalty, which I thought was quite severe since it's a racing incident. Um, but he fought back and still ended up winning the Grand Prix with 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Charles Leclerc, who got driver of the day.
Lap 50. Yeah,
Yeah, but unfortunately, like what I thought only really sort of happened in football didn't really happen in F1
oh, yeah.
was not what I thought it was. I thought F1 was better than that, but obviously, I think it's just as soon as the accident happened, he was getting racial abuse all over Twitter, all over Instagram,
Instagram. Yeah,
uh, and for me, personally, who's someone I look up to, it really, really, really wound me up big time. Um, Especially over the fact that like it's a lot of the people that don't even understand the sport, right? You've got two uncompromising drivers going into turn nine, both wanting to win the championship. Right?
yes,
It's a racing incident. They're both as bad as each other. Hamilton didn't get into the apex. Verstappen turned in too sharply, cutting in front of him, and like in the end, both drivers were lucky not to take themselves out.
yes,
Um,
indeed.
so, but yeah, you see it a lot, and it's just a lot of people that I don't even think watch the sport. To be honest, they're all going on like, oh my god, like this is hang on, this is racing. This is the whole point of when you have racing, the two compromising drivers, there's going to be an accident. Simple as that.
Definitely, definitely.
Hamilton knew
Like,
he had to get it done at turn nine. That was his last opportunity, that corner,
yes, like
right?
the
So he
first
had
lap,
to,
right?
yeah, he had to get it done. He knew if he let him go, that was it. He was
That was
gone. He was
it.
never going to see
Yeah,
him again.
you
So
can say
he
that
had to
again.
move. And I got we went through it for the review, and we went frame by frame by frame, and frame by frame by frame, you will see that Hamilton was alongside before he lifts off trying to take the corner because he has to lift off because he's taking a sharper angle. We all know that.
Yeah.
And Verstappen thinking he can just go flat around corner, think he could just take the normal line, and unfortunately, you can't when someone's there.
Well,
I mean, how do you see it? I mean, obviously, Red Bull fan, Max Verstappen fan. Right?
yeah.
How did you see the whole thing?
Okay, to be honest, I'm sure maybe you may agree with me that in the past when we were having our reviews, like I remember, was it Imola? Was it also later on, what happened in Barcelona?
I think it's Barcelona more the one actually because he was nowhere near him. I was
Yes,
never
because
on the
of
side
the
of him at all. And if Hamilton hit him, he would have been perfectly right to go, what the fuck is he doing?
yes, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. But now here's the thing. Here's the thing. We've noticed that this season whereby we all know that Max is an aggressive driver. We all know that. And
Yeah.
many of the times, like Lewis has just backed out of the fight, saying to himself that he'll live to fight another, like another day. And we've seen the maturity that Lewis has, whereby if he does not back out, like they're both going to have a serious accident, whereby already, like the cost budget, like that is there this season,
Mm.
it will affect everyone, But now the thing is that, like I don't blame what Lewis did, like for him, because for him, like he was always backing out, and you have a scenario whereby, like, I'm a Red Bull fan, by the way, very staunch Red Bull fan. But the thing is that when it's wrong, and when it's right, I have to say it's right. But the thing is that like this time, like Lewis was expecting at least it's your turn this time for you to what to back out. It's your
I
turn.
think
But
he
of
got to the
course,
point. He's like, this time, that's it. I'm putting my car
yes,
here. I'm alongside you.
exactly,
It's up to you whether you hit me or not. It's kind of
yes,
like I think when did it, someone did a little caption on. I think I retweeted it, and I thought it was a
oh
brilliant
yes,
little video that was where
oh yes,
he had
oh
him as the
yes, I
number
saw.
10, and then it switched to center after he hit Prost, right? And he's talking to Jackie Stewart about it, and he's going, when there is a gap, right? If you don't, right?
Yeah.
If you no longer go for a gap as a racing driver, you're no longer a racing driver because
Yes, exactly.
we're competing to win, right? And I'm not
Yes,
designed to come third, fourth, or fifth. I race to win, and it was
e-
kind of like that. Is that I'm not being bullied here, right? If he wants to
exactly.
overtake me, he's gonna have to try and do it fairly, right? Or he's gonna have to try and do it legitimately. He's not gonna bully me off it. End of story.
Yeah,
Never, I've never
exactly.
backed down, and I never will do. And he's sort of
Yes,
telling
exactly.
Max, that's it. I've had enough of you, right?
Yeah, because because like the thing is that I understand that like Max has been taking advantage of the situation that like Lewis will always back out, and to be honest, this has been brewing for a very, very long time, like, and I'm sure you still remember, like, on Saturday, like the sprint race, whereby, like,
Yeah.
Max almost fried his brakes, and like you saw, his, like, Lewis was trying to, like, to attack him, but like when he failed to do that in the first lap, it was all like it was already over. You get the idea? But
Mm.
now, of course, for me, of course, like due to like it depends with the camera, like angle that you're looking at. Because initially, for me, I felt hard, like hard, like a hard down, like with the fact that like Max is in the front, and why would Lewis honestly do that? And I thought that perhaps he's a bad loser. But then now, like like viewing it, with that other, angle, like later on that I saw, you then, tend to, like to differ, to say, what, it's a racing incident. And of course, to be honest, I thought that Max would just, what, just leave, like some room for him. But
Mm.
I may continue to talk and talk. But the idea is that, many times, I'm sure you've noticed on social media, you have your view, I have my views. We all differ in what? In opinions, right? That's the beauty of debates. But now the problem is that, for example, if I do not, like agree with you, I then tend to abuse you. It's just like like the moment whereby I saw Rashford, was it like Rashford, Saka, and this guy, the new signing,
Sancho.
yes,
Sancho.
Sancho, yes,
Yeah.
when they yes yes, exactly, thank you, when they missed, I knew that it was coming. I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew it was going to come. But now, like, to be honest, like, it hurts, that, like, for example, you disagree, or maybe, failure just happens, that you're just going to, like, have a backlash, especially to be racially abused. No one chose to be who they are. I'm sure you never chose even to be born in the family that you are, or even for you to be white, or even for one to be black, or, regardless of the race that you are. But the idea is that, we are gone.
Um. Yeah. I mean, Munzi. Uh. Welcome to the channel, by the way. First time here.
Hey, I'm finally
Yeah.
on the channel.
Yes.
Welcome,
Getting there.
welcome, welcome.
Yeah. What I want to say is
I don't know
yeah.
nothing about
How did
F1 or Arsenal, so what's happening?
we're debating about, like, obviously
Okay.
from the mass, because obviously we've got Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton fight for the title, and it's so close between the two.
Don't-
We've had
don't
this
you-
massive accident that Hamilton had.
Yeah, I see
Max
that.
Verstappen had, and
Yeah.
from looking at it, we
Lewis
both
is a cheat.
no, yeah, no,
He's not. He's not. I'm just finding you out.
I know you're trying to. But what I want to say is that you've seen it. You've seen it many times, and you would. I think even the Max Verstappen fans I know, that like Brother John Tiho in the chat, they've all said it's a racing incident. I think that the FIA had to give him a penalty because of what happened in the Austrian Grand Prix when they've set the standard. But
With Perez that
but
time,
there is,
like,
I mean, obviously the racial abuse that came after it.
yeah,
Don't you
yeah.
think?
That's
Don't you think the
it's-
penalty is a bit soft? The penalty, or
no,
was it all right?
I think it was legitimate, to be honest. I
Oh
think
no,
they could
because
give anything else.
they
I
were
think
saying
it
on the
can't be anything
telly
else.
that it was harsh. That it was not harsh, but it was like soft. They were like, "Oh, we got
Nah.
away with that."
No.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Because it wasn't 100% his fault.
No,
If it was
yeah.
100% his fault, then I can
Yeah.
guarantee you, like, yeah, stop and go penalty. I wouldn't say a ban from a race. I've seen drivers do a lot worse than that. But
Like
it was
Schumacher.
not his fault. He was like, it's not just his fault. It's a mixture of both. He couldn't make the apex. Max Verstappen literally turned the steering wheel even further in during the corner to try and cut him off. So trying to take the normal line. So they're both as bad as each other. They're both uncompromising.
Do you
And it's like,
remember? Do you remember a racer called Montoya? Huh?
sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Do you remember a racer called Montoya? Jose
Yeah,
Montoya?
I remember him.
Yeah, he was worse. He was worse than what happened there. He used to run people off the court, didn't he?
No, to be fair, then I do remember one where he was literally alongside Schumacher. Schumacher
Yeah.
knows he's there. He
Schumacher.
just shoved him off at Imola.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
I never saw. Oh yeah, I never saw him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he never saw me. Yeah. You either be blind or you're stupid. But yeah,
Don't
it's racing.
you think this season's a bit different because Lewis has got he's had competition, but he's got decent competition. Do you know what I mean? He can show what he's
always
got.
had competition though. I think
Yeah, but he seems
2008.
to have
Remember, if you had to
but decent competition, doesn't he?
yeah, but what I will say is people like to think he's had the fastest car for so long, right? 2018, for most of that season, he did not have a faster car than Ferrari.
Vettel.
Ferrari had a faster car.
Yeah, but it's not the car. It's not the car, is it? It's a driver.
That's the thing. He drove.
He's the driver. Yeah.
I mean, if you saw in qualifying Singapore, they were expected to finish fifth, and sixth. He wasn't supposed to get pole. Nowhere near it.
He don't drive like that round where he used to live.
Oh no. Well, no, I mean, some people said it. There is that they have not seen a better lap than what Ayrton Senna did in 1988 in the McLaren. They get done unpassed.
Yeah.
They've not seen a better lap since. You can go through the lap on board on YouTube. He'd not one bit of wheel spin, not one understeer, not nothing. It just went perfectly in motion, and it was like poetry. It was so beautiful. You could watch it again and again and again and again.
Yeah, but he does like because he's so. He reminds me of United past and
little parts that gets
he reminds me of, like, in football terms, of like the Liverpool of old, the United of old, winning everything. but he does need competition this year. He is that good though, isn't he? He's that good. You can't keep winning all that. You know what I mean? No one's ever done it. But it's just like it needs a bit like I don't hate Lewis Hamilton. I don't, I watch it, but I don't. If he wins, I don't go. Oh, I like to see a good race. Do you know what I mean? I like Verstappen, but I just like to see a good race. If Verstappen wins, it's better if it's closer, isn't it?
The thing I've got with Verstappen, and people know I don't like Verstappen for a long time, and I've not denied his talent, and I get his talent. But when I was sitting there watching that Grand Prix, I said, "You've had that coming since you've got in the sport. You've been too aggressive."
Come on, man.
No, John. If you look through it, I shared you a YouTube link of 7 times.
I saw.
And all the way through his career, clash. And I've been sitting there thinking, one day you're going to do it to a driver for a fast corner like Hamilton, who says, "I'm not backing down. So you make the choice, mate." He's going to turn in and he's going to get taken out and he's going to go flying into a wall.
Yeah,
he's going to do it, and that's what's happened. And now all of a sudden he's starting to think, "Shit, I'm with the big boys now. I can't do that," because he'll just next time he goes into a corner, he's like, "Is he going to back down?" He's going to think twice now.
Yeah, of course he has to back down. That is, for example, if Lewis is always just backing down, because there's a moment in time where he's going to stop, like what happened.
The experienced drivers, I've just had that thing of, there's 78 races. There's like another 10 races to go. Like, we'll fight another day, or I can get him later in the race. That time, Hamilton's like, "No, I can't get him any other time. He'll pull away if I get." So
like what happened on Saturday.
Your choice, and we need to win this race. Your choice.
Who else is a decent driver then? Like, I know you got them two, but who else is
we got them two, obviously, because they're the fastest cars. Norris has been in the points consecutively.
Consistent.
The only other driver in the points this season, every race.
Yeah.
Quality driver. That is a future world champion in the making.
Is Schumacher's son racing yet or not?
Yes, but he's in the Haas.
Racing.
The problem is he's in the Haas, and the Haas is at the back of the grid because they've built a car just to literally get him through this year because they've got new rules coming. If you've seen the new 2022 car, it's a completely new concept. You can't take anything from this season to next season.
I reckon they should all go in a Morris Minor and they should have a go racing around in one of them.
To be fair, it's all level playing field next year. They're all trying to find it's all leveled. We don't know who's going to be faster next year.
And it level this year then?
No, it's all everyone's got. You got the Red Bull and I'd say it's Red Bull, Mercedes in one level, Ferrari and McLaren in another level. The rest of the midfield in their own level. Then it's like Haas at the back. At the minute, with a new concept, you never know. Haas could be towards the front next season. You never know.
Exactly, you never know.
It's completely mixed, but
unpredictable.
But it's like we said again. It's like this abuse. Like it seems. It's not even football. It's not even just.
That abuse was that abuse was bang out of water.
It made me. Do you know what I was?
It
makes me angry a lot of the time. Don't get me wrong. It makes me every time I see it. It makes me angry. But when it's your idol, it's someone you've grown up watching, and someone you have so much respect for, like it really.
That's like it's changed subject completely, but that's like when like Hulk Hogan got told off for being racist, supposedly, the wrestler. I'm like, oh, it's my idol, and and there'll be people out there, that used to like Jimmy Savile, and then they'll think, fuck, you know what I mean? It's not the same, I know, but I know what you mean. Like it's still the same feeling, isn't it? Like watching him get racially abused and that, it's just not right. But nowadays, you could just, it's coming. That's the thing. If we know,
but the thing is that I've never seen it coming in F1 before.
Never.
Well, with the football, you can see it coming, couldn't you?
You can see it in football. I've never seen it in F1.
Yeah, in football. Yeah.
It just makes me laugh that the fact that you can get banned off Twitter for putting a naked picture up, but if you put something racist, you don't get banned. It should be the other way around.
Yeah.
It should be the other way around. I'm sorry. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's shocking. Because to be honest, how many times have we witnessed this in football? whereby we see one person is racially abused and we always complain and complain.
It's just not.
Don't
It's
you?
just not
Yes,
gone. It's not gone away, has it? It's no. It's not
yes,
gone away.
yes,
It
It's
never
just
will
and
got.
to
be.
be,
It's just been pushed under the carpet. It's not gone away. It's
yes,
still
and
there.
to be yes, and to be honest, like these social media entities, like they are to be blamed partly. In fact, to a great extent, because like they should be, like doing something, like putting a stop to it, but nothing at all. And like it's just shocking, and something, to be honest, has to be addressed about it, because we're just going to be always talking of this and this and this, no action at all. I'm sure you still recall, even in football, whereby I'm sure you still recall, like the issue of the what do you call this, of the Super League. You remember, like last season, around was it March, April,
Yeah.
whereby the super teams, the so-called super teams, had said that we're going to what, go and create our own leagues, and did you see the outburst, like like everyone was complaining, everyone, like literally everyone was complaining, even UEFA was complaining about the Super League. And for me, I said to myself, like, why isn't there such a reaction like this when it comes to the issue of racism? Because it's more like they're just going to put it, under the carpet. And for me, I'm just saying, if they use the same energy like they did all these bodies, FA, like UEFA, everyone,
Can I
even
just make a point
individuals,
here? I just
if
want to make
they,
a quick point. I mean, I've been talking, big up, mate. I mean,
Yo,
yeah,
I mean, I'll give you one point, right?
We got.
A lot of I think Aluko as well. That she's like, I think she's done what Tom Reed's done, which is come off social media until they change something. The
oh,
only thing I probably might think is that sort of like what they want. They want you to hire. They want you to disappear, right? They don't want you to be successful as it like. And that,
yeah.
isn't that sort of giving them what they want in a sense, knowing that
that's not,
knowing that the media companies aren't going to do anything.
it's
Nothing
about
at all.
freedom of speech, and that's what they base it all on.
Yeah, but
We need freedom of speech when talk to use about because you can't get a word in.
Who's that? Is that
Munzie.
That's
Oh,
me.
Monse. How are you doing?
All right.
Good.
But then to be fair, I will say this: big up everyone that's in the chat so far. Yeah, I will say to it is that I just feel that with they seem to get freedom of speech means it's as long as you're respectful.
I agree.
You know, that's the whole point. It's just really.
I'll tell you what. If you like F1, I'll tell you what's more exciting. Speedway's more exciting. It's brilliant. Speedway. Oh, I've been to it live. It's brilliant.
Oh, well.
I don't know.
Perhaps maybe it's going to be much more interesting next season, perhaps.
Steve don't like it.
But yeah, I mean, it's not like it's going to change. I mean, how many times do I have to say it before? I mean, like what? So what happens? Like, it's going to happen again next time.
So
there's another incident with.
What happened with Aluku? Because like I know she said like the England manager at the time, he said something racially, but he never got sacked or nothing because he ended up at Stevenage. He was managing. So what actually happened with her? So I just thought, I thought she was just saying it, just say I know something happened, but then it just sort of went. So I don't actually know. Don't know whether she was trying to.
Well, she apparently came out saying that it lacks the Super League energy, which is everyone was so quick to fight against the Super League, but no one's fighting against racism.
Yeah.
So she's like, no, in that case, then I'm deleting it, and she's so that's why she's then decided to come out and.
Well, did she get racially abused then? Because I didn't really see. Did she actually get?
She did or not?
I just thought I thought that she said it and nothing happened. Then I thought, oh, she's just jumping on the bandwagon. But I know something must have happened. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
Reece, big up, mate. I know you're a Mercedes fan. I will ask you, what did you make of the actual incident itself? Like, just the incident between.
Wait, before he asks that,
Verstappen
before he answers that, has he got his face mask off from yesterday's show?
Prepare for any situation.
Dr. Phil wants it back.
Well, he ain't getting mine.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you see the incident?
Just gave me similar vibes. It just gave me similar vibes to the Verstappen incident a few years ago. Same shit, different story. But penalty was soft, but it's the right decision. But in the end of the day, it's got to be.
Even myself, I agree with you. The penalty.
It's got to be right for both sides, not just favour the other. It should, like, the decision itself has got to ensure that, one, it ends any potential repetitive incident, and two, it makes both drivers learn that their actions can cause problems. You shouldn't be driving in front of somebody at that speed, but also you should have the awareness to at least anticipate and also not try to fuck up for the other driver.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Two sides to one coin, Two-Face style.
You could say that. It's like I said.
I'm a Merc fan, but I'm also I'm a Merc fan, but I'm also a realist.
Yeah,
and I'm there's two lives there. One could have been killed if it went even worse.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Hamilton was even lucky to continue. I mean, apparently he had a crap win for the rest of the Grand Prix. So the fact that
I heard,
and still managed to win the Grand Prix is quite incredible. Knowing the damage he sustained, but
he could win the Grand Prix with his eyes shut, Hamilton.
We've got to drive around Britain. It's not hard, right? It's not hard. Hey, how many times he won the British? It's 8 times now.
8 times, and also Hungary. It's 8 times. He equals it, and he could set the record.
He's the GOAT.
Yeah, he's the GOAT, definitely.
There's no arguing.
No.
He did not get sacked after what Lucas said. I think he got done for something else, for something he done earlier when he was at another club and not England.
It was England. Then he had to resign and he went to Stevenage. I know
that.
Who? What's his name? Who used to manage the England women before Phil Neville.
That Mark bloke. Oh, that Mark bloke.
Mark Sampson.
Oh, Mark Sampson. Mark Sampson. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a clown. We all know what he got sacked for. He's a racist cunt.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He's a racist. He's a racist cunt, man.
Wow, I never knew.
Yeah.
Go back and look up. The man's comments were bang out of order.
What, this Mark Sampson.
Mark Sampson.
Yeah. Look up look up and all that. It's all documented online. When I read that, I was shocked because I actually rated this guy to go and do a good job in football, whether it be women's football or men's. But he's never going to get a proper job again, like the way he acted.
No one would employ him. Yeah, sure.
He come work with me cleaning Portaloos if he wants.
Well, yeah.
I'm trying to think of ways. But yeah, I mean, it's like I said, I didn't think I'd expect it in F1. But
what?
You're gonna get that shit everywhere, though. Doesn't matter what the sport is, though.
I know. Maybe because, like, I mean, obviously, Hamilton. This is the thing. Hamilton's the first black F1 driver we've had. I think in the sport. Do you think it's probably going to get worse, knowing that they're trying to push for more diversity and inclusion? So you probably get more different backgrounds coming into the sport. Do you think this could get even worse?
I think that's the problem with society. As much as you push on society, the more society will fight back. So you're better off doing things gradually when it's at its high, like the troughs are at the absolute peak. If anyone doesn't know what a trough is, it's a line they use for measuring graphs. There's a lot of people may understand maths here, so I'm just in case you didn't understand what I meant. but it's going to ascend even higher. And instead of forcing it on people, you're better to do it gradually, where people can learn to accept over time. If you force things on people, it's going to make it worse. You're going to get backlash. You're going to get exactly what you've got on social media, to the point where it gets out of control.
I agree with you on that, but also like I also understand where Lewis is also coming from, because like if it was not an opportunity that he had, he wouldn't be in this sport.
No, of
and
course.
we would not had known, because like right now, just take a look. I'll give you a few names. Like Latifi. We have the likes of Latifi. We
Yeah.
have the likes of what's his
Mazepin.
name? Mazepin and Lance Stroll. Like
That's
these are
right.
people who were born, like with a golden spoon in their mouth, and they had it
just been
easy
handed
for
to
them.
them.
Yes,
That's right.
just handed
Mm.
over to them. But now, like I'm saying, how many cases, or should I say, how many other Lewis Hamilton, like are they in this world, whereby they just are looking for just that break, that lucky break that, like that they'll get. But of course, I understand what you're saying, that you shouldn't force it upon people. But then, like just look at the way that Mazepin races. It's just out of this world. Like, okay, no, not out of this world, but it's just bad, such that like
Yeah.
it's beyond me
I agree with
how
you.
like he hasn't received any penalties at all. But I understand where he's coming from, but then again, you always get backlashes from people. It's a good idea, just like Nico. Just like Nico. Nico is for the sustainability of the environment, right? He's an ambassador, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm all for it behind him.
Well, you said like who's going to be like the next Hamilton. I drive like Lewis Hamilton, but the only thing I get is tickets. You know what I mean?
The only thing is, like, it's great to have like
And that's why he's got
the next break.
9 points on his license.
It's good to have the next. It's good to have the next breakout star. It's good to have the next person who wants to challenge the norm. But the one thing is, if you force things on people, they will fight back. It's good to have diversity. And it's good to have hard workmanship, the lot. But if you
Who's
force
going
on
to be
people,
the
that's
next breakout?
people take things
Who's
too
going
far.
to be the next breakout star then?
Hopefully not Lance Stroll, because he's a fucking idiot.
No,
Yeah, Lance.
Somebody who deserves it, like a George Russell or something, like someone who deserves it.
Well,
Someone who works hard.
When I say breakout star, I think someone that's breaking out in F2. I think
You can be a
He has-
breakout in F1 even if you're like a rookie.
Oh yeah,
I get where you're coming
we already
from.
know. We already know. Like Russell's
No.
bound for the Mercedes.
It's not going to be, with all due respect, it's not going to be Schumacher.
No, not
You
at
don't
all.
think? You don't think?
No,
You know what I mean?
no, I don't. No,
Maybe,
as good
maybe,
he's a good driver, but I think the pressure of having the legacy of his dad above him, where he's always going to be compared.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's not his fault. He's going to always be compared to his dad, whatever
I
he
hate it when
achieves.
they do that.
And two, there's no guarantee that he's going to get picked up by like a bigger team like a Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes down the line, Red Bull. There's no guarantees. So eventually he's going to end up getting. He could end up going from where he is right now.
Well, it
He'll get
depends.
Ferrari, won't he?
I think he'll stay in. He'll stay in Haas, but it depends where Haas are next season. I don't
Haas,
know what's going on
then
next season.
I don't
Yeah.
see him getting.
It's all
I don't
right-
see him
but
getting
it's all
picked
right
up
saying
by a
that
bigger team.
For, Mercedes,
No.
it's all right saying you need to look for a driver for Mercedes, but you don't even know if Mercedes is going to be at the front next year.
Mhm.
How long's
For me,
Hamilton got left then? How long do you reckon?
After this
Yeah.
contract, after
got a
these
new
2 years,
two-year
that's
deal.
him.
I think he will retire after that 2-year deal, and I will say that.
How old is he?
I say that for this reason. He's 37 this year.
Do you know if he
36.
carries on riding to his 60? Does he have to have his license took away? Or just...
No.
What do you need his eyes doing?
What I
You say
What I
right.
see happening.
hang on.
What I see happening is he'll drive until these 39. So you'll do the 2 years, then you'll do like coaching stuff for young drivers. He'll pick his replacement, and for me, that's going to be George Russell. He will give that seat to George Russell.
Is he English?
George,
George
who's
Russell?
Are
George
you
Russell?
sure?
Who's George Russell?
Are you sure?
No, Nippon.
He's driving at Williams at the minute.
Is he
Exactly.
English? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's English. He's British, but I think
Or British.
That's not why you'll pick him though. That's not why you'll pick him.
No, just like watching the British.
Hang on, it depends what Bottas gets up to the rest of the season. If Bottas doesn't, I think they're making the decision in Spa, and to be honest, I think George has been more impressive than Bottas has been.
He ain't Scottish, is he? You kind of know Scottish drivers.
No, he's not.
No Scottish drivers.
But what I'll say is,
there hasn't been a good Scottish driver in 20 years.
Yeah, but what I will say is with
cool hard.
Aye, 20 years exactly.
Yeah. What I will say is that I think the reason I'll say he would retire after this.
Isn't Russell a Scottish surname though?
No. Hang on. Let me just say.
It is though.
I do think he will retire after those 2 years for this reason. Toto Wolff will retire. His contract is up after 2 years, and he will be leaving the team after those 2 years. Now, that's what gets at me. He has that relationship with Toto Wolff, which is probably what's made him sign that deal so quickly. So for me, that's why he will stay only for 2 years. Once Toto goes, Lewis Hamilton will go. And to be honest,
are you going to be upset? You're going to be upset when he goes?
Of course I'll be upset.
I know Stephen will. I won't.
Of course I'll be upset. Right?
Why do you hate Lewis Hamilton?
Because times move on.
Whoa, hold on, Stevie. Hold on before you talk there. Hold on. Nippin, who hates Hamilton?
You said I won't be upset if Lewis.
We didn't hate. He didn't hate him.
That doesn't mean I hate Hamilton. I'm a Vettel fan, but I support Vettel as a driver, but I'm a Mercedes fan.
Yeah.
Like I've always supported Mercedes. That doesn't mean I hate Lewis Hamilton. That's like me saying, I like Timo Werner. But I automatically hate Chelsea. Well, I do, but that's the point. Like that's like. Here's a better example. That's like me saying I like Danny Ings, but I hate Southampton. But I don't hate Southampton. I respect them as a club. I respect Danny Ings for what he's done as a footballer, but I don't hate them. I do not hate Lewis Hamilton. I'll be honest, and Stephen knows this. I don't particularly like Hamilton's arrogance. Stephen knows this. I've told him before. But I don't hate the guy.
I will say, like, all these drivers, they all think they're the best. Exactly. There's a level of arrogance in his personal. There's a level of arrogance in his personal life from his younger years that I never liked, and I've always stuck with that. Yeah,
but I don't hate the driver. I've never hated him as a driver.
I think that's been like with Verstappen as well. Is that it gives them, they've got to get that experience, and I think over time it's got better over time for me.
Yeah. As a person, he's changed over the years, which I respect him for. But I don't hate him. I have never once said, as a driver or whatever he's done, I've never hated Lewis Hamilton. But I prefer other drivers.
You don't think Max Verstappen is arrogant?
Of course he's arrogant.
He's very arrogant.
Hang on,
very arrogant.
Hang on.
They're all arrogant.
Every driver is arrogant. They all think they are the best driver on the grid. That's why they go racing.
But how is Lewis arrogant?
If you don't have that mentality, you get nowhere in the sport. Absolutely nowhere.
So are you telling me that Mazepin thinks he's the best on the grid?
He does think he's the best,
No. Do you know what he's best at? Do you know what he thinks he's best at? Best at
I think I know.
Spinning top, spin it around.
I think it's good. I think it's good to have a level of arrogance. I think it's good to have a level of arrogance in your job.
Are you serious?
I know he's a the fact that he's singing that is probably I can't even defend him. But it's good. Nah, it's over for you, mate. It's over for you, mate. Like that's you finished.
Let me say this. Kylie Minogue is quality.
Everybody doing the brand new dance now. Come on, baby, do the locomotion.
Can we not? No,
I reckon we need to do a karaoke.
No. Can we not?
Please don't sing Kylie Minogue. I'll die.
Unsubscribing, please. I don't need unsubscribers, please.
Me and Nippon will do a duo, and we'll do that first one. What was that first one, Nippon? Actually, with what's his name? Jason Donovan.
I know
was
him.
it
I'm not
called?
saying it because it makes me feel old.
Go on, say it,
It's the
Munzer.
only reason I started watching.
Just innit, especially for you, innit?
That's the one, yeah.
Especially-
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I want to
can show
see
my
inside
face
Nippon's
now.
fridge.
Right,
Go on,
where,
Nippon.
where were we? We were going on about.
Carling
He
Mill.
looks like he's getting.
No, we were
looks
going
like
on-
he's getting ready to drive
Right,
now.
so,
Like.
hang on. After this,
No,
after this
I'm
whole
just
accident,
pumped.
hang on. We've seen this whole accident now, and we've seen this whole. This is, I think, declared war between the two of them now. I think even Hamilton unfollowed him on Twitter, on Instagram. I think.
Who?
Oh, really?
I think I think it might have
Really?
been after a conversation. I think Lewis Hamilton tried to contact him or something. I don't think the conversation went too down well, and pretty much after Twitter's Max Verstappen's Twitter statement, which was like, yeah, you can come out with that, Verstappen. Get the facts right first before you make a statement like that. Thank you.
Don't follow me on Twitter.
Oh, aye. Oh, there he is.
And
I mean,
then
that's of all people to see on a live chat.
yeah, but then afterwards is I think Hamilton unfollowed them on Twitter on Instagram. So I think it's declared war
That's
between the
cute.
two of them.
Who was unfollowed, Stephen?
What?
Was
I
it
like-
was it Max? Was it Max who unfollowed Lewis, or Lewis who unfollowed Max?
I don't know. It could be the one who want
Is
Verstappen.
Max
I like
Verstappen Dutch?
Yes.
I think that could only be
What's that
Verstappen.
got
I
to
think
do with
it's
Well, he ain't unfollowed me.
Nippon, have you got any food, mate?
huh?
Have you still got blue? Have you still got blue
Max
hair?
Verstappen. Oh my, yeah. Look. There you go. Max
Yeah.
Verstappen takes his fuel to a new level, and it escalates as Max Verstappen unfollows Lewis Hamilton on Instagram.
Oh, that
Oh,
so
it's
lame.
Yeah,
it's
Say what?
fucking
Put your
war.
handbags in the middle and have a dance.
Yeah, that's so lame, to be honest. So
I'm
lame.
sorry, that's that for me. That just like he blasts also Hamilton as well. Like criticised him over it.
It's crazy.
Did
Get
you
over
want to
it.
mention anything about
That's lame.
the racism to Verstappen, or do you want to keep that one quiet?
He kept
Okay,
quiet,
that-
right? He kept
Okay,
quiet.
To me, that just sounds like Verstappen can't accept the fact that he's been too aggressive for a while. And
No,
needs
he
to-
has. He
needs
has.
to- they are both to blame. And he needs to. That's what it sounds to me. He needs to accept that they're both at fault. I'm happy to accept Hamilton's at fault. I'm happy to accept that. But
Yeah,
Verstappen
for
needs to
him,
take
he
his side of it.
yeah, I agree with you.
So I think that might just be a learning lesson for him. So we'll see how it plays
You know what?
out. But I think it'll be
Budapest
interesting
is-
in the next race.
It's
Budapest
only
is
a
going to be
lesson if Lewis
very
Hamilton
good.
forgives him, which I don't think he will.
No, he will. He's not that sort of person. I don't think he's that sort of person.
They're just tempers that were flaring, you know.
Yeah, of course his tempers flares.
Yeah.
So you've just had an
But of
accident.
course-
You've had a 51G accident. Of course it's gonna their tempers are gonna flare. Like,
Yeah.
they all
It's
gotta blame
sandbags
each
at
other, aren't
dawn. It's sandbags at dawn, man. That's what it is.
they? Yeah, that's what it is. So I mean it's gonna be interesting especially when you get up to the next Grand Prix, which is the Hungarian Grand Prix.
When's that
Budapest.
next week? When's that?
You know, like what's going to be very interesting about the Budapest GP, you know, it's that Lewis, if he wins it, right, is going to set the record of 9
yes,
wins.
he is.
And also at the same time, Red Bull is the fastest car, which can suit that track. So it's going to be very interesting, really, to be honest. But they're both to blame, to be honest. Very
I'm
much.
happy that he didn't get the number 7 shirt, by the way.
Who, Hamilton?
I mean,
No, I'm talking about
Sancho.
Sancho.
This is an F1 stream, right?
He don't drive F1, so I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know how that
No,
goes,
I love
but-
F1 though.
The thing is,
big
Nippon, the thing is, it don't matter what number shirt he's wearing, mate. He's gonna terrorise you when we play, mate. You know that.
Big up, Maisie in the chat. Big up everyone else as
Okay.
well.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that. The first Man United Chelsea game, number 25 scores.
Hang on, Max took out a handbag instead of a water pistol.
You're not going to let me hear the end of it.
Is Static a Mac fan? Is Static a Mac fan?
No, I don't think he is, or that comment. Big up Static. Was Hamilton was at, no, they're both at fault. Come on. Read it properly. Come on, read it properly.
If you say only Hamilton's at fault, you have an agenda against Hamilton if you only blame Hamilton.
Nippon, are you at work, Nippon? Are you got to work?
No,
I disagree with that comment. I disagree. I don't think it just straight away means agenda. If someone says, "Oh, I blame Hamilton for what happened," there's going to be people that will give 100% blame to Max Verstappen. I don't think it's agenda. I just think it's who people are going to put the blame to. If it's agenda, if you get too deep with your comments, so that's the difference.
No,
Someone say agenda.
I think it's no. The ones I find that have got an agenda are the ones that keep going. Oh, we should be banned for a race or for a lifetime. I'm like, do you not understand what F1 is?
Yes,
what happens.
indeed.
Right, if you're saying he needs to be banned from the sport, I'm sorry, then you have got an agenda.
Oh, like I'm sure, like you read about like Red Bull hiring a lawyer. I'm sure you heard about that, right?
Ban from the saying ban the sport comments. That is definitely agenda. That's the difference.
Oh, really? Wait.
Just trying to get through these.
Next
comments.
That's the difference.
Hang on, I've got to go through these comments. The member comments.
Next train to Epping.
Come on, mute him, please. I'll try and catch
I
you
would,
later
but
on.
I can't do it from here.
Work is hectic, but I hope it calms down in an hour. Have a good stream. No worries, Maisie. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, so all handbells drawn. It's all at war then between the two of them.
The gloves are off. The gloves are now off.
Oh,
Can't wait to see what happens. Like what is going to happen?
Put gloves on to drive a car. You know?
The only agenda is the main United agenda. That's what you need to know.
The only agenda is mine against Liverpool.
I saw what you did.
The only agenda is against Arteta.
John's my bud, but he knows the story.
My agenda is just me against Arteta. I'm fighting myself.
Is that an agenda? Is that a failed boxing match?
Actually, I want to have a side bet here now. While everybody's listening, I want to have a side bet with Stephen. Right?
Oh, side bitch bets.
I'm having a side bet now with Stephen. I'm betting Arsenal get into the top 6. How much?
Mate, no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
How much?
Why are you doing this?
No.
Go on, Reese. Go on.
What? I can't believe he's actually saying this. Talk, I'm losing respect for you, bro. What the fuck? say something genuine, like Aston Villa getting into the top 6 or Chelsea getting in there next season.
Hold on. We just right. Let me just make a note of where we are at what time we're on here. We're on at about. I can't work.
It's 6:52. And it's 49 minutes, 40 seconds into the stream.
Yeah.
Right, 49 minutes in.
We'll make the race for the championship more exciting. The rivalry will be even more bigger than the other day. Absolutely. That's something what everyone wants. Now that rivalry's there now. It's there.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a boring race where there's no challenger to the GOAT. The GOAT needs somebody to push him. So
I think there was pushed. I think Vettel pushed him in 2018. It's just that it was just that little respect.
Yeah, 2018.
So yeah,
he's been challenged. He's been challenged before. He just needs a consistent challenger.
Connor's drunk. I reckon United win the league. Yeah, go and have another couple of whiskies. No way.
Good man. I applaud that comment.
No way.
It's not happening.
Listen,
it's not
hold
happening.
on a minute, hold on a minute. Hold on. It all depends. It all depends on what.
Why have we started
Who we getting? We're getting the right number. We're getting the right players. You know what? Why can't we challenge?
Not this year. Next year, maybe.
All I'm gonna tell you, talk is simple things. Talk. I'm gonna tell you some important numbers. Keep your mind
One
out.
at a time. One at a
Have
time.
the rant be announced.
One at a time.
Well, since I was speaking first, let me finish.
Let's
Here's some important numbers: 25, number 4, number 10, number 7, number 18. We win the league. Done.
25 ain't important.
Yeah.
Let me get my calculator and add that up.
Who are we going to get in if Pogba goes? That's all I'll say.
Steven, I hope that you're going to save this.
We'll just get defensive midfielder.
Hang on. Why is this turning into a Man United conversation?
When it comes towards the end of the season.
Pogba's going. There's no doubt about that. He's going.
He's going.
He's going.
Goretzka
So,
could be next. Goretzka's next season, not this season.
For me, if we can't identify the right player, Ollie, if Ollie can't identify the right player to fit in the system,
I'm resting my tone here.
Bruno, on whoever's going to play behind, then we have to let Donny van de Beek prove himself, give him a chance, because I think he's got
conversation here.
I never started.
He's whipping out games to get a conversation going. That says all, really.
There we go.
It's
F1. Sorry.
If he whips out his cock, I'll do F1. Go on.
I don't want to see that.
Yes.
Not again, anyway.
I'll see the Taj Mahal one day because I'm hungry for some proper good food. But that's about it.
Yo, big up, Tony.
Hey, Reese.
I think someone else has
do you
a
have
question as well.
I've been longing to ask you this question for a long time. Do you have to live in Scotland in order to become a member of?
Oh!
I didn't get
Say that again. Say that again because your train line cut me off.
He's cut out.
I said, do you have to live in Scotland to buy ticket membership for Rangers?
No.
Oh, I'll give you something that might relate to the football. But first of all, John, you said you wanted to keep upgrading your car.
Give me something. You give me an Arsenal shirt.
Yeah, I don't think you can anymore, mate. Have you seen this, John? Hey, I'm gonna write this in big. I'm gonna put this in big.
Oh, really?
In big.
Well, you're not gonna put it in small, are you? You won't be able to see it.
You're gonna love this.
What's she going on about?
This is why you can't upgrade the car anymore, and now you've got no money for next season. Where you've been investing on this car so much, and I said you're gonna get lagged behind. And now what's happened? Now you've had a crash. Now look.
Come on, mate. Come on, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, mate.
Your investment for next year is fucked.
To think it was me was all over you, after the Imola race. Little did I know.
Racing driver. He's a beautiful racing driver. that was to a T. But one thing
that's your digs for the day.
Yeah,
that's a sting indeed.
Yeah, I will.
Wait,
pick up.
What's happened?
But anyway,
we're just talking about Willis.
F1 teams. Hang on. F1 teams could face penalties if they visit the race stewards without an invitation. This is after this comes after Toto tried to send an email to Michael Massey during the Grand Prix explaining diagrams of the actual incident.
Yes.
To try and avoid the severe penalty.
And Christian also is guilty.
Because they didn't because obviously Michael Massey does not deliberately answer emails during the Grand Prix because he has the focus on the Grand Prix. He said to go and visit the stewards and state his case and show the diagrams. This could break international sporting codes because it's basically like what players do to a referee on the pitch, which is go and surround the ref, right? Now, do you think there should be now penalties if the FIA stewards are getting this constantly every time there's a massive accident, especially when it's between the two title contenders?
If they're getting hounded for it, then yeah, I agree.
It is. I mean, I think even said it during commentary. The commentators didn't like it either, because it's like what we do in.
My friend called me, so it kicked me out.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, Nathan, I'm staying single.
Yeah, what'd you say? What'd you say, Talk?
He's fell asleep.
Oh, he's gone asleep. Oh well. Monty, what do you say about it?
Wake
do you
up,
think
Talk.
there should be penalties introduced?
I reckon they should get.
Sorry, I'm back. Sorry, I'm back.
Yeah, they should get fines and like you said, like the refs, like when football with the refs. Yeah, should do. I don't know why they're having a go at them. Why don't they just get in the car and run them over? That'll shut them up then.
I like the use of physical violence.
Yeah, I've heard about you.
We can't
I'm not too violent.
So you've chosen death. So you've chosen death.
No, we've not. No, we're not. We're not condemning any violence on this channel. Talk Manu, what do you make of it? Do you think there should be penalties if they're trying to basically what F1 stewards are basically like F1's referees? So if they're trying to visit them without an invitation to obviously influence a certain decision or a penalty given to a driver, do you think there should be like punished for going without invitation? Sort of like what we do on a pitch and we all go around the ref saying he's got to be off.
But don't they have that anyway? Don't they have it now then, no?
Yeah, there should be, because at the end of the day, you've got to leave the officials to make the decisions from what they've seen. You can't be influencing them, trying to create a kind of emotional bias. You can't do that.
John, and don't say you weren't doing it as well. You were sitting there on that.
No, we were.
We were. That's out of order. He was never alongside. That's out of order. He's this. He's that. He should get banned. He should be this. I heard it on the. I say your pit wall. You didn't say it. You've got it on tape. Right? Just because you weren't there in presence doesn't mean you're not on there on the blower saying, "Oi, mate, are you serious?" Right?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like what?
To be honest, though, like I would after that seeing like that news of like 1.8 billion. Right? If I was Hamilton, I'd walk past with like a bag of cash, like past the Red Bull garage.
And you know what? Imagine we have the 1.8.
I'm Nigel.
Imagine. Imagine.
Go on, John.
Like I'm just saying, like I'm very much dreading, to myself saying that perhaps
into a rain.
Well, wait. Let John finish.
Yeah. Like I'm just saying that I'm just dreading, like with the 1.8 million, like that we're going to fork out.
Wait, Snapun. Let John finish.
I'm loving this.
Go, John.
Okay. Thank you.
Go for it again.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying that I'm just dreading, with the 1.8 million that we have to incur for the crash, because like the upgrades. Imagine the amount of upgrades that we've forked out. Just imagine, even like at Silverstone. Really funny. Like it's just like even at Silverstone, like we had some upgrades.
Someone's put a super chat just to say it's to their donation fund. Look. Here's Christian Horner. I'll be nice. Right? I'll donate a tenner. I'll give you a tenner.
Like, to be honest, I'm really afraid of next season, to be honest, because it seems that we have sacrificed all of our chips, like for this season, and now 1.8, and also like at Silverstone we had a new floor, we had even other upgrades. Sorry?
Hang on, you
Yeah.
didn't have it on Perez's card, did you?
No, not at all.
Oh,
Not
no,
at all. Not at
no.
all.
Yeah,
Not at all.
Build it.
Imagine, and now like we're going to imagine the cost that we're also going to incur for replicating even like the new upgrades on Max car. So really, to be honest, I just want to just ignore this season. Yeah, like I think it's already done.
Well, the power unit part, so you've got to put new power unit in, which means you're
Exactly.
under pressure in terms of
Exactly.
not incurring penalties towards the end of the season with liability.
Exactly. And like it's and like it's just 2013 all over again, whereby like we sacrificed everything, we made sure to win it. And 2014, no, I said 2013. 13, yeah. And like the turbo hybrid era, we suffered, and just only to pick it up this year,
I
the
think
last
the problem
year.
is, I will say that, John, is that you had Renault, who should have been
that screwed us
coming up. That wasn't really you. Whereas Mercedes,
they screwed us over.
Mercedes had, by the way, it's not my dog. Mercedes had their own engine, so they had their own engine to build. Right, so you can see they already had that. They could plan that back in 2012, right, when the first rules came out. That's what made the whole difference. What they did with the power unit. That's what made them so much faster than everyone else. But there's actually a YouTube video that Sky Sports did that you can explain how they managed to get this dominance. It's 2013. I do think though there were certain areas of the car that you were lacking because of the power unit, which meant you couldn't build it to how Mercedes built it.
Not at all.
2 is that you were too busy focusing on winning that championship when you pretty much had it in the bag from about the second half of the season.
Exactly.
9 races on the 1 races on the spin, which just became boring.
Exactly. And like that is what has made Mercedes to dominate, because they make sure that the first half of the season like they're dominating. No wonder why you see Red Bull always dominating the second half, because Mercedes is already like they're already planning for the following season. So I'm really afraid.
What we'll say is then there's lastly the new sprint qualifying format we had last weekend, where I think that probably influenced what happened at turn 9.
Definitely.
For the Grand Prix, because obviously Hamilton tried going outside and didn't, and end up losing the sprint race, which obviously meant that he had to get it done. And because he didn't get it done at Brooklyn.
Why did they change that? Why did they change that to do that sprint stuff?
But now the reason they're doing
new
audiences,
it's
it's trying to attract a new audience to make it more exciting, bring more action to play. So,
what was it like? Is it like doing a NASCAR? They just go round and then they start like that.
Basically, what they're doing is they basically do a 30-minute, 100-kilometer race around the circuit. Right, So that lasts 30 minutes, and then after that sets the grid for the Grand Prix. You have qualifying move to a Friday, so then that sets the grid for the sprint qualifying. And what they've done, they're only trying it at 3 places first, and they're only giving the top 3 from the sprint race points from that race because they don't want to affect the championship. They're testing it also now at Monza, but we don't know if we're going to be testing it at Brazil because obviously the COVID crisis in Brazil. So, which I don't think is going to happen. But what I will say is that the problem I feel, and I don't know what everyone else feels, is that sprint qualifying never bloody worked, and they should not be doing it this season. They should be doing it next season, where the car
it's just shit in general. I wouldn't do it full stop.
Well, no. To be honest, I would say it will work next season because the cars could follow
the car.
That you lose 18% downforce within 18% meters behind another car, which means you would be able to follow a lot closer, which means more overtaking. Right,
also the track should be favorable.
Yeah. Whereas if you saw in the Grand Prix, once Hamilton couldn't get past him at turn 9, that was it.
That was it.
Race over. You couldn't get near.
You can't overtake.
You can't overtake. So that's the thing. So I think if it was done in next year's formula, where all the cars are designed to help aid overtaking and better racing, it would work a treat. It would work an absolute treat. So I don't know, but I mean, Reese, I mean, you obviously object the whole thing to the idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't like I don't like this like sort of format. I'd rather keep it traditional and it's the same. That's how I've always watched F1. But I get why they're trying to attract new audiences. And to be honest, if I would like to see it next year under these new cars that are designed to make everything faster and better.
No, I get that. It's good for new audiences and all that. Fair enough, but
yeah, I do. And
frankly, I'm traditional and I prefer that way.
Well, of course, I mean, but would you mind it if next year they tried it and then there was so much more overtaking and so much more action?
If they let them go for it, then aye.
Yeah,
if not, then if they don't, then just leave it with NASCAR where it works and don't bring it to the F1, which is the greater sport.
Yeah.
Hold on, why don't they look at the design of the circuits and make them more like safer for overtaking on bends, etc.
They have. Well, they try to, but unfortunately, you can't. Every circuit can't always have. You can't,
can it? What's it called? Monaco. That's
Monaco,
a road, isn't it?
Monaco's the Monaco you can't, right? But
which is brilliant.
Next year, we don't know. But again, we don't know till next year. This is the thing. We don't know about until next year how Monaco could be like, because they follow so much more closer. They were even talking about you won't even need DRS anymore; it'll just become too artificial.
And they'll be kissing the wood too much.
So that's how the revolutionary. I think I posted on the community tab a video of all you need to know about next year's car, if you wanted to know about next year's car.
Yeah.
Right, and you wanted to understand it, and literally, it goes through bit by bit by bit, and it's what they've managed to do is take every single thing they've got of the power of everything that the regulations have done over time, ground effect that we've been innovated, all the innovations that we've seen in F1, and used it to try and make it better and more understandable. And plus, also, you can't upgrade the car that many times because they want to cut back on costs of upgrading the car because of money saving and make it more self-sustainable. So it also gives a chance for the teams with less money to get up the front of the grid another race and win a race, to make it more fair.
Oh, I think.
So yeah, big up Connor. Thank you for turning by Connor. These comments. Liverpool fan. Jay.
Oh, Liverpool fan.
Yeah. Sancho.
It's good.
He's woken up. Facts, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah. Facts. But yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is that we've all come out and supported Hamilton and the whole thing. That's the main thing for me. Whether you're a Hamilton fan or not, like, you don't accept that abuse. Point. Right.
No.
And
definitely
I say
not.
that to one particular channel. You might hate Hamilton, or you might hate Hamilton.
You
might have your own reasons for hating Hamilton, you guys, but like, if you want to do a watch along, you've got to show that you support Hamilton against racism, right? And tweet about it as well.
It doesn't matter who you like, like with Man United, Liverpool, and all the rest of it. But if any of their players were subjected to any kind of abuse or whatever, we stand beside them. Simple as that. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's the same in it's the same in anything. At the end of the day, we don't want to see abuse. We just don't want to see it. Can't be doing it. It's bullshit.
To be fair, I'm against racism, but we know Kenny Dalglish isn't.
I can't stand.
Can't get out leashing against it.
Against what?
Racism.
We know he likes to support racists.
I can't.
Big Kenny.
Like. Who could
Not what you mean.
I'll explain later.
All right, mate.
I mean, there's certain players I don't like, but like, if they don't come out as racist, or anything racist against them, I don't care. I would support them, and that's an end of it. You should do that.
Just
Whether you like
be
Hamilton or
be
not,
against it and don't support.
especially like I don't like you want to, yeah, you're sitting there like watching a watch along, and then afterwards you don't tweet out the fact that like you don't support Hamilton against it. You don't need to tweet a thing about it. Figures.
Thing is, people just don't understand me. That's why you're better off not arguing. You can't argue. Like, what's that phrase? So that's you can't argue with stupid.
Nah, I think yeah, well, we can't because like some of them don't even know what the DRS system is.
Just in general, you just can't argue. You just can't argue with stupid because stupid just proves it in the end.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you can tell because they're so bad. It's so bad that they can't accept anything he's done in the sport. So and so
True.
and so when you do see it, they don't even come out on Twitter and like say that like we support Hamilton against it. I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised. Like,
Yeah.
And if they're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
This is why I genuinely can't be fucked with certain people, mate.
But yeah, they love to like state other people as racist when they've got no evidence whatsoever.
The worst ones are like small cliques though. It's they're the worst ones because once they get the little groups and all that, and they think they've got people behind them, they can say what they like. I don't think so, jackasses. We know.
But yeah, being a Hamilton fan since he first came on the scene, the race scene, and man whipping it up ever since. He's been
big up Tony.
But yeah,
he's been brilliant.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But for me, it's not just what he does on the track; it's what he's given to me off the track as well. So, yeah,
absolutely, mate. Nail on the head, mate.
Well, I'm gonna have to.
Yo,
there anyway.
I'm back.
Yo, Nippon,
we're leaving.
Yeah, we're about to go. So,
I can't hear you.
We're about to wrap it up. So,
your bag, we're off.
Yeah, no, it's gone.
I'm gonna get him on the Man United agenda. He's hilarious.
Yeah, you've got to get for a preview. Yeah,
Nippon. I'm getting him on.
Anyway,
he can take Reese's place next week.
Make sure to hit the like.
Did you honestly just say that?
Yeah. Here he is.
Yo, Nippon, how you doing? Wait, back on the train, bro. What are you doing back on the train, man?
Yeah, he's back on the train. Let's go. I gotta go. I gotta wrap this up because I want to get myself like.
Can't hear you, Nippon.
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I gotta go. So make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends, family, everyone. Make sure to get them to hit the like button as well. Please, it really does help you do that. And if you do hit the subscribe button, you need it 1.1k. Come on, let's do this, right? And we are. And if you want to join the membership, the membership links are down below. Hit the join button. As little as $1.99. Got loads of perks for you to choose from. Very affordable, and you donate a monthly fee to the charity, right? And it 80%. Like we showed on the, if you check the audit stream we just did about 2 days ago, you see 80% of that goes to the charity, all of it, 80% of all of it. So yeah, make sure you do that. Smash the like, subscribe, join the button, hit the join button, and we're back at 8:30 with the Arsenal gossip column. Right, it's just literally a show to.
Well, that'll be boring then.
It'll be more banter session and frigging boring, but there you go.
Well, since I'm about to go and start my holiday for work, I'll tune in then.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll be back then. Until then, make sure to stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.